Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look in Black Ops 4 Open Beta. Now, it's been eons since I've commented on anything Call of Duty related. I haven't personally enjoyed CoD since Black Ops 2, so I figured with the free Open Beta period, I could test the game and see how it feels compared to the version of CoD that I enjoyed many years ago, being Call of Duty 2 and, well, Black Ops 2 as well. I've loosely followed what's been going on in the CoD universe as of late with the recent tagline of Boots on the ground CoD being pitched for this latest version of Black Ops. I'm personally quite happy they've done away with the ridiculous boosting and wall running, instead opting for a more traditional experience, albeit with some interesting tweaks and changes to the formula. The traditional experience can be found in any CoD up until about Advanced Warfare. That is also what you will find here, a true boots-on-the-ground experience with minimal bunny hopping, thank you Treyarch for those recent nerfs, and less of a focus on gameplay that centers around movement. What CoD brings this year is an amalgamation of the old CoD formula with something a bit more modern, the hero shooter. By hero shooter, I mean games like Overwatch and Paladins, with an emphasis on different characters with unique abilities and ultimates that charge during the match as you complete objectives and nab kills. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 has managed to successfully merge that hero-style shooter experience with that boots-on-the-ground CoD gameplay that a lot of us older CoD fans still enjoy. Movement is a little slower than before, and instead of health regenerating constantly, you now have to manually regen your health with a stim pack that sits on a short cooldown. Specialists make a return in this iteration of CoD, with each one having a special ability on a short cooldown with a longer ultimate ability that acts like supers from Destiny or the equivalent from Overwatch. Time to kill is also a few milliseconds longer, with headshots still melting people, but pure body shots sometimes taking the better half of a full second to do the job. More so if the opponent is wearing body armor, which is a bit of a hot topic right now for other reasons. And while I can't reliably comment on that, I can give my opinion on how the game feels as a shooter, and I have to say that I like what I've played. You kill faster than in, say, Destiny, but killing takes just long enough that if your opponent is deaf, dumb, and blind, but manages to shoot you first, then you might be able to outgun him even as just a reactionary measure. This makes Blops 4 feel like there is a little more skill involved, as you have to track your target longer and be more accurate with your shots. There are still kill streaks and custom loadouts and classes to go along with the specialists and their talents, but it all feels like a smart merging of tried and true CoD with modern hero shooter design, which I can't help but like, especially when modes like Control have each team avoiding the same specialist being picked twice. Speaking of specialists, their abilities and supers, as I'll refer to them, all feel useful and varied, with some dominating more than others, but are largely geared towards particular playstyles. That, combined with the fact that you can use any custom class on any specialist, makes crafting your preferred playstyle even easier than in previous iterations of this game. I can run and gun with an SMG and perks that help me move around or avoid detection, while also having access to a grappling hook to move around quicker, for example. This kind of extra depth and loadout customization is definitely to my liking. The modes and maps themselves are all pretty standard, at least the ones in the beta, with most maps having the standard 3 lanes with some pathways in between to allow for flanks. Not a ton of cover though, which helps open up sightlines, but can also make defensive playstyles harder to achieve compared to my previous build example. From a graphical standpoint, Black Ops 4 looks better than ever and runs pretty darn well to boot, even on higher settings with my modest rig. That's one thing that Activision nails down pretty well, and that's the presentation and optimization. I only ever encountered bugs before I upgraded my drivers too, but once that was done, it was pretty much smooth sailing with 0 crashes on top of that. I was never a fan of Call of Duty's single-player stories, and while I always felt that they were too linear and predictable, the removal of that element from Black Ops 4 doesn't really disturb me that much, though I am a little irked by the fact that they replaced the story with more Battle Royale garbage. At least they seem to be looking to make this iteration of Call of Duty more fleshed out and expansive from a multiplayer perspective compared to the past, and for that, they at least have my interest. So is Call of Duty Black Ops 4 worth your $60 at the end of the day? Yes, if you're a diehard fan of Call of Duty multiplayer, Battle Royale, or a mixture of both. If you were looking for a more fleshed out story or a zombie mode or any other PvE mode for that matter, then you best look elsewhere, maybe Destiny. I hear that they're getting a bit of a PvE overhaul with a bunch of new stuff that I might review later on. I think that'd be kind of fun. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Will you be picking up this year's Call of Duty? If not, then let me know why. Did you enjoy this review? Then make sure to give me a like and subscribe for more reviews like this every week forever on my channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.